Let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of being an artist online. So, if you've ever felt pressure to make something perfect, or maybe you're worried about what people are going to say or think about your art, especially when you put yourself out there, you are not alone. All right, in this video, I'm just going to share with you really quick a time lapse of how I created this painting along with using my gold Krylon paint pen. And then I did add this one to a wooden cradle board, which I absolutely loved. All right, let's talk about the courage to show up every day as an artist. Today, I wanted to talk about something that is near and dear to my heart, and that is just the courage to show up every single day. And not everything that we make is a masterpiece. Sometimes it's a little messy. Sometimes it's a little downright frustrating. But one thing is, it's always real. And sharing that journey, the good, the bad, the awkward, I think is part of what makes it so rewarding. And sometimes I don't think we really give ourselves enough credit just for showing up. The creative process isn't just about getting it right or making something that everyone's gonna love. It really and truly is about growth. It's about experimenting and really pushing our boundaries. Because honestly, if we are too scared to make mistakes, we're never going to know how truly capable we are. So if you're watching this and you've been hesitant or maybe feeling a lot of pressure to share something before it's perfect, take this as your permission to let go and share it. Just put it out there. There is a whole world of people that are so supportive, and there are people out there who are really going to appreciate your work. For the few of you that don't, well, it's okay, because you know what? Your art might not be for everybody, and that's the beauty of it. So you're not alone in feeling that way. So let's dive into this a little bit and talk about why it's so important to just keep showing up for yourself. Trust me, it's worth it. I recently did a video on a face. I'm not a face painter, portrait painter. I don't usually get mean comments, but there was, and it really wasn't mean, but it was a little harsh. But I wanted just to chat about something I think a lot of us artists feel at times. It's that pressure to be perfect and the courage it takes just to show up and create every day. And as an artist, I am constantly trying new things. And while I get so much amazing support, thank you all very much, I've been seeing some not so nice feedback here and there. And that's okay because I know that art is about the journey and it's not about the perfection. So, not everything I make is going to be a masterpiece. And honestly, that's kind of the beauty of it. Art is practice. Some days things turn out exactly how I envision them, and other days, well, not so much. And I think that's part of the growth process. Every, quote, not so perfect pieces, I think, teach me something new and help me become a better artist. And I think that's the message that's worth sharing. If you're out there working on your art, putting your creations into the world, or even just thinking about it, remember that it's okay if not every piece doesn't turn out exactly right. I think that's how we learn. It's by experimenting, by making those mistakes, and then trying again and not giving up. So I also want to remind everyone that being vulnerable as an artist takes real courage. It's not easy putting yourself out there, especially in today's world where it feels like everyone has an opinion. But the majority of people here in this community, I think, are wonderful. They're encouraging, they're kind. And for any of you that are dealing with negative feedback, sometimes those comments aren't even real people. So don't let that stuff get in your way. So if you are holding back on sharing your art or feel discouraged by feedback, I just want to say don't. Don't do it. Put your art out there. Art is about expression, exploration, and really the main thing is the joy of creating it. So whether it's good, bad, ugly, I'm here sharing it all with you on here. So I just want to thank you for being part of this journey with me, and thank you for showing up. And let's keep creating, learning, and supporting each other. So if this resonates with you, let me know in the comments. Have you faced challenges with putting your art out there? Do you keep showing up? Let's keep this space positive and encouraging for each other. So even though I do tons of seascapes, I was playing around with this piece as well, and I was trying my gold pen, and then I decided I wanted to mount it on a wooden cradle board. So you do have to seal the wood, and you don't want any of that leaching into your watercolors. So I pre-sealed the wood, and then I just took the piece, I measured it before I did it, and just added a little bit of spray glue to the back of this one. And then I decided I didn't like the white trim around the edge of it. I just wanted to add a little bit more gold. So again, this is part of experimenting that not everybody sometimes dares to share. They just they only put the good stuff out there. But I love to be able to just hopefully inspire you to try some new things, and it's okay if it doesn't work, and sometimes it does work. So I just went through and added the gold around the edges to this one, and I liked it. I mean, I was kind of playing around, and again, just having some fun. And if you don't have fun making your art, then really there's no point. Enjoy that process. And if you are a patron, I will be adding the full tutorial of this one unedited in our group. And I wanted to just say thank you to my patrons. Thanks for supporting me and following me as well over there, because I really share it all. I also wanted to mention this is my Krylon paint pen in gold. I love to be able to do this around edges. So if you ever have to kind of clean up your edges, this is a great way to do it. Sometimes I will take a ruler and just make sure that I'm not going over those lines. You do have to sometimes clean it up. This one actually is getting a little old. I need to get a new one. You can also do this with Sharpies, but the gold is a really nice touch, and you can see that it just kind of cleans up those edges. And I think the wooden panel is actually a 5x7, so cutting down your Strathmore watercolor cards fit absolutely perfect on here. I hope this little chat just reminds you that it's okay to show up and just be you. And that is imperfect, growing, learning. It's all part of that creative journey. And tell me about a time that you showed up and took a risk, or maybe even tried something totally new, because I would love to hear your stories. I'm getting choked up. And remember, we're in this together every step of the way. It's all about progress. So thanks so much for hanging out with me today. So if you like this video and you feel encouraged, don't forget to give it a like, a thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't already. So until next time, keep showing up, keep being kind to yourself, and we'll see you soon. Bye.